Yeah, there's got to be some thought process behind it. Like people are like, well, if I do this, I'll be higher on the on the list of view counts, and that'll bring in more people. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me overall. This box. More house memory. I'm sorry. I don't know why I found that funny, but holy shit. I just turn around and just watch a dude get thunked in the head by a fucking thermos. Or not even a thermos, those are those fucking vacuum tube canisters for sending messages. Holy shit, that was good. Right, this one I can actually walk into because there's not a whole bunch of red shit on the floor. Book Club, Samson. Samson Simpson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Hey, you ever wonder if that guy's name in the hallway was Samson? I wonder if he's got a name tag. You got a name tag, buddy? No. He doesn't have a name tag.
An object of power. Looks like the hair splashed onto it. We need to know.
Hey now, hey now. Rude! Calm thy tits. Ammo efficiency. Leroy Jenkins. This game in American Gladiators is supposed to have weapons at each station. Where's my Nerf cannon? The disc is mine.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
I wouldn't doubt
I'm
it.
not their director. I'm no one's director.
Nifty. Find the cubes thingamajig. Magic. Use the force, hell yeah. I kind of like the design of the astral plane environment. Fucking like black marble. Have a rock. Okay, that's got a recharge on it too. Gotcha. Yeet. Accept the glory of yeet into your heart. Ow. Road. Bring in our astral plane / secret base. Huh. Okay, so maybe.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so for a second I was kind of thinking the board were either part of or behind the hiss, but it sounds like they're not. Hey, buddy. Have a seat. It missed. Get up close and personal. Taking out the trash. All right, it looks like it'll auto grab something. Kind of impressed with the physics. Like the door frame actually blocking stuff. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Object is an 8-inch disc containing Soviet era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows utilitarians telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. Dr. Darling presentation 11.15. We already saw that. The object is currently bound and redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located and redacted by agents redacted and redacted with the CIA, the diskette contains launch codes to redacted missiles believed to be reserved for use against redacted. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Their demolitions experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield a specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for full report. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dead Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind that still remains intact to some degree, or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observations required, refer to full report.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Dead. Give. You know, you'd think there'd be some kind of file in here. Health boost. Mossy. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So another AWE behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring redacted and redacted for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Can't get in there. What have we here? Clearance level 1.
This must open the door.
There be no shelter here. Just go ahead and, yeah. Batter projectile choke. What the hell is that? Batter, which is something I don't have yet. %17 health boost? Yeah, I think I'll put that on.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us.
They don't fuck.
Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
Yeet. Suck it, nerd. That looks like progress. Maybe this is progress. Have a seat. This was not the way to progress. Ow, you bastard. Gotcha, bitch. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After thorough investigation, it was confirmed the users accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are confirmed identities: Patrick Strugens, Rubens Nogueira, Ardo Kulamaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, Jaco Saarinen? Maybe? These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by an external investigation team. Further action is pending. What did I add to the loadout? More weapon mod. Damage against enemy armor. Put it in the pistol. The water cooler. No. Well, that looks like a new enemy type.
They can fly now. Great.
He sure is. Oh, jeez. Really, game? I mean, I do appreciate the well-done physics system where the corners of walls can actually stop throwing objects. Nope. Ow. Alright, the red's not gonna fade, is it? That's... There we go. Oh, God. Pain. Oh, God, and you're a shieldy boy. Fuck. Yeah. First death in the first real boss fight, you know. I can accept that. All over again. I was lasting longer in this boss fight. let me check. Knowing that that's the way to progress now. I want to check that door that was up here. Lockdown distinction. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It will only lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. The process is not the same as the directorial override, so please stop saying so in documentation. No, it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understands how all this mess works, okay? They're a little bit longer, yeah. Alright, I don't think I can do anything with this stuff. No, I think there's another ability I'm gonna need. Yeah. Wonder if there's a system that ties into whether or not you eliminate those or not. I thought maybe there'd be a way to skip the cutscene.
They can play it. Great.
Ow, ow. Fuck. God damn it.
Fly now. Great.
Wow, suddenly I turned into a potato. Some would say that's just a return to my natural state. Shield nerd. Fuck. Sound is going a little wonky. There we go. Little bastard. How dare. Okay, apparently you can't crouch behind that railing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Welcome back, Tiberiosity. Hope you're having a good evening. Good, good. Decent is acceptable.
Fly now. Great.
Stop doing head wiggles. Alright, he just... Oh, gotcha. I haven't really looked at anything for Cyberpunk yet. I know my PC cannot run it, probably, and I've seen a little bit of what it looks like on Xbox, so it's not a big game right now. There we go. Having problems with the boss? Just shoot him in the head a bunch, Forehead.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
That is what we've been told. First, I knew I saw one over here. Tea time. Malcolm, tea time's at 7. I'll see you at the course Sunday. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. Wouldn't have happened to heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday. This elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talent in the area. They don't use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs, likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Just wonder, how are their research reports printed out and distributed to places like these so soon after the event? Gremlins. There's gremlins running around this place. I think Adi would keep those cleaned out. You know, I haven't seen him enough to judge how good of a job he does as a janitor. You know, that 5-second conversation doesn't really give you an idea. Well, this is certainly a mailroom.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Tommasi's ID.
The Hiss got him.
Yes.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but
I like how topical they are with this story.
Recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternative would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier. Hey, are you still recording this?
Butte summary. Spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident.
The hotline can't be far now.
I mean, you really can't say that in this place, because they could just decide to get up and walk away. I know when that hotline bling. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. He opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. Time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel. So how this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See, darling? Dr. Darling presentation 24.3. Hotline security log. Interesting that the custodians have been going in here. Unless they're just polishing the phone.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
I wonder if I'm gonna get teleported. Hotel and casino, entry point, catalyst, light switch. The law of three applies. Well, I don't know what I expected, but you know. Law of three must mean pull the fucking cord 3 times. Okay, good. I was gonna be annoyed if he respawned.
Been here before?
Well,
No.
There we go.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hold on. Can't turn the radio off. Fuck me.
Hello? Anyone here?
And open the office. Yeah, I know. With any luck, they were smart enough to put in something that they just kind of whipped together. That closed it again. Interesting. It's a
It
key.
has a black pyramid on it.
That must be that law of three thing again. Okay, it was just the third door that needed to open. So let's go use this key then. Huh. Two. Three. Yeah, it is. Nope. Or astral plane. Oh, shit. What is... Oh, for fuck's sake. I was looking away. Did I have like a frame rate drop or? Didn't look like I did. Oh. All right. Relax, guy. My dude. All hail the glow cloud. For real. Think it's getting no. Let's see if I can debate it. Get debated, weird nerd.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Oh. Okay.
The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Let's contact the board. Well, that was unhelpful.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it.
Can you, though?
Rule in the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
I'll come back to those later. Objects should be inaccessible except for the director. Object of 1960s era red bakelite telephone. Rotary dials be replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. One ways redacted. Object allows the director to communicate with redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. Found a director trench. Spontaneously manifested in the director's office placed on the desk. Northmore was the first known bureau agent to use it. Battery of tests were run, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
This stairway wasn't here before. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we're obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, it will be granted by the Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line, another spreadsheet some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. And his body's gone. Executive. Where was the level 1 door I couldn't open earlier? Our utility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the redacted object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of redacted, while others are capable only as of little as redacted. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some redacted exist within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he's one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Launch efficiency mod. Let's go see what Emily has to say. First, let's hit this control point. Probably have this conversation and then call it for now.
Jesse, did you
Starting to
get the
hungry.
hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Initial impression. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices Dr. Darling has been distributing was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses inherent immunity to the Hiss. Could indicate she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to the other Hiss, I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Ms. Faden herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's psychology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
Mm-hmm.
We already got past one lockdown.
We did?
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If
This is
you
not
like
the
those.
time.
We could find out something that would help us.
Tests. I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay.
Not the
If you think it will
time.
help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Trust this janitor. Oh. I see. Ability points. Well. Found the Mako reactor, right? But that and the ability points we'll have to wait for next time. I'm going to stop for now. Tomorrow, around 1:30 p.m. Eastern, Rise of the Rune Lords. We will continue the assault on Fort Rannoch. And then I might play some more of this after the session, because I'm really digging this. I don't know. Or I might play some zombies tomorrow night. Not sure. We'll find out what happens. We'll see how things go. At the latest, I will get back to this on Monday when next week's streams start up, unless I decide to do something Sunday. Things are always in flux. We will figure it out as the time